Okay, next is the mold process. So mold process is to cover the die and the wire to prevent some damage or corroded or oxidized of the die because of this problem. So that molding is using the thermosetting plastic. So that we are using this many type of the thermosetting and depend on the resin and also the filler that we are using on the composition. So this is the mold process, and this IC of the molding process, it will be referring to the JEDEC standard. So this JEDEC standard, it will be very critical using for the reference of the mold design, because the body size has to be reflect to the JEDEC standard. So when we buy the mold for the SOIC or the other little package, so make sure that we are using a JEDEC standard. So also there is a map type. So map type is something like the mold process, but the cavity is the one block, is quite big block on the mold process. So this block we call it panel or chocolate. So this one consists of the several units. So normally this used for the TFN or VGA, and this block have to be cut after this mold process. So this one is the we call it map type, and for SOIC, PD or other IC, we call it the individual type. So next is the how we move in the mold compound to the plastic to the cavity of the mold. So first is the from solid. We on the mold raw material is a solid compound. We call it compound, and this we put into a plunger or pot bushing plunger, and after that we have to wait several seconds until this mold compound melted. So inside the cavity is have to be heat up. So because the plastic, it will be melted on the 160 to 180 or depend on the mold compound type. So this have to be this temperature so that the plastic or mold compound, it will be melted several seconds. After that we have to move in the mold compound. We push the mold compound to the cavity. So this also have to be controlled because of the time also very critical. Because this mold compound, it will be hot again after the melted, and will be hot after several seconds. So that's why we move the mold compound to the cavity with the several seconds also. So after we move in the mold compound to the cavity, we have to press with the several tons of the plunger to make this mold compound cure several seconds. After that, after cure, it will be released from the cavity. So that's the flow of the molding process. That's why if you see, there is also the viscosity curve on the mold compound. It depends on the mold compound. So there is several seconds. So what is the viscosity on the mold compound? So this is the one that we have to make sure that this follow the mold compound data sheet. And the mold compound consists of the resin material, and also there is a filler, and there is also adhesion promoter. So many type of mold compound have a different material, and also this one there is a several application also. It depends on the application of the mold compound. There is a low K application or high thermal conductivity, high PG or high viscosity or low viscosity. So this can be depend on the mold type later. So we have to make sure that we select the optimum type or the best type of the mold compound depend on the application. So that's the mold process.